go back to the Bears because Caleb Williams overcame an 18-point deficit, just stunned the Packers, right, in a comeback fashion. Caleb Williams was the #1 overall pick. Obviously, there's been coaching change. There's been coordinator change. But now, does he look like that #1 overall pick we all thought he could?
Caleb Williams looks like more than just the #1 pick. He looks like a franchise changer. Caleb Williams is one of the top 5 most clutch quarterbacks in football right now. And he's shown that time and time again with the fourth quarter comebacks, having the poise, having the composure to lead, and the competitiveness that he's shown. I don't care how much football you've watched, the 4th and 8th throw to Rome Odunze is an all-time historically great pass. And you needed every bit of what Caleb Williams was able to do. Down 21-3, playing on your home field. Everyone saying the entire season, asking the question, are you for real? It was a time that this team could have folded. Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, this defense, and Dennis Allen found ways to stay close. And you're getting to the point now, if you're a Chicago Bears fan, if you're a part of that organization, you're saying, let's just get Caleb to the fourth quarter. Because if we get him to the fourth quarter and it's close, we have a chance.
I mean, the thing that Caleb Williams has surprised me this year is the fact that he did not blink. I mean, there's times during the game where you see, okay, that's a young player mistake. But all that is forgiven by his performances in the fourth quarter. And it's a testament to Ben Johnson's ability to extract the best version of his quarterbacks. We've seen this with Jared Goff. We're now seeing this with Caleb Williams. And as we start to see and figure certain things out, I've already said, you know, it's not pretty at times, but when it counts the most, Caleb Williams is the quarterback that you want. He's shown signs that he's well and capable with throws left and right and right and left. And when you have a running game that's as dynamic as the Chicago Bears, that's oftentimes getting overlooked with Swift and those guys, it's something to just marvel at because it's almost what can he not do? He scrambles to extend the play. He scrambles to also run when the defense turns their back. So for my thing is, Caleb Williams is his own worst enemy. If he can protect the football, that's the best version of the Bears that we need them to be in order to keep advancing in the playoffs.
7 wins after trailing in the final 2 minutes of regulation. That's what the Chicago Bears have done this year. That's the most by any team, including the postseason, since the 1970 merger. It doesn't happen, but it's happening with Caleb Williams, the #1 overall pick, who took a lot of heat. And I remember starting off this season, Shae, I kept saying to everybody, y'all, can we give the kid a break? When this season started, he played all 17 games last year. His 18th game, which he started, game 1 of this regular season, that was his 3rd head coach and his 4th offensive coordinator in his first 18 games of his career. I'm like, can we pump the brakes? Yeah. Can we look at this brother and look at what he has done? Now, we're looking at the second half. We're looking at the fourth quarter. I'm sorry. The fourth quarter, you're talking about 25 points. You're talking about 184 yards passing. So 2 touchdown passes in the fourth quarter. Yeah. Now, when you talk about cats that are #1 overall, you're talking about money time. Yeah. You're talking, all right, what you gonna do when it really, really counts? Anybody can sit up there and, you know, you can jump on a bandwagon and you're winning and you're flowing and everything's great. But when adversity hits, what do we talk about? I watched Tom Brady on the sidelines when he was playing, and people used to love his histrionics, how emphatic that he got, how boisterous, you know, how he just...
The passion.
The passion.
Passion.
Yeah, all right, the passion. You know, don't get me started what they would have said about us if we were passionate like that. But they didn't. But you know, when Tom Brady did it, it was beautiful. Yeah. Well, that's what I saw Caleb Williams doing. As a second-year quarterback, excuse my language, he was in their ass. I'm talking about his teammates. Yeah. He was all over them. He was in their ass. He was like, yo, get it together. You can't repeat what he was saying to them. He was on them. That's leadership. And everybody had to bow down because this brother's that dude.
The thing I love about Caleb Williams is he thrives in chaos.
Yes.
Right? There's been so much chaos with this team this season. So many fourth quarter comebacks. So many games where this offense looked like it couldn't produce yards. It couldn't produce points. But yet he finds a way late. I'm going to take y'all back to 2018 as a sophomore at Gonzaga in D.C. He throws a Hail Mary to win one of the biggest games in the city. This is always who he's been. You talked about the fact that he has a level of talent. He was the #1 player coming out of high school. He goes to college, and Spencer Rattler's the starting quarterback, supposed to be a Heisman frontrunner. He unseats him in Game 6, follows Lincoln all the way to USC, and wins the Heisman there. This dude has had expectation upon expectation on every level he was on. And coming into this season, I heard him say in the locker room after this game, Ben Johnson changed my life. With all the success he's had, that empowerment, that level of accountability has made him who he is at this moment, and it's shown up when they've needed it most.
In the post-game interview too, he's not even rattled. Like, you just had this come from behind win, so much adrenaline going. You're playing against your rival. He's just calm, answering questions, preaching about what needs to be done. He doesn't even seem rattled. They have played 3 games against the Packers in the last 5 or 6 weeks, if you will. They've gone to overtime in one of those games. The Bears have only led for less than 2 minutes.
Let me say this to you. I got some intel to give y'all. I got it from reliable sources, because I had to inquire about Ben Johnson.
You get sources?
No. I know what time that is. We know what time that is. But Ben Johnson with Matt LaFleur and all those guys, it's really about football. When Ben Johnson arrived in Detroit, as ultimately you elevate to the offensive, being the offense coordinator, whatever. But Green Bay spent years having their way against Detroit. You understand? And then last year it was a different. Ben Johnson has always had this attitude with Matt LaFleur, like, you gonna see me, as y'all would say.
For sure.
You gonna see me. That's what this is about. Him, and obviously Matt LaFleur's got a lot of friends in the National Football League. Ben Johnson's built differently. He don't care about all that. He's like, I'm coming for you. And for me, the reason I bring that up is because if you Caleb Williams, to know that your head coach had that kind of bravado, that kind of attitude at the introductory press conference, and then you come back in his rookie season, the coach's rookie season, and you beat that coach and that team twice in 3 appearances, that says something about you. Because a lot of times, you know what, a coach can put you in a bad position. People don't realize that a coach can open their mouth and put you in a precarious position. Caleb Williams don't care. Ben Johnson don't care. It's a different kind of mentality that Ben Johnson has instilled in Chicago. And here's what I will say to put a smile on your face. Don't let Chicago get any semblance of a defense. Don't let them get the kind of defense that you saw them perform with in the second half. Don't let that level of consistency. Because I'm here to tell you something right now. Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, they will win you a title someday. Make no mistake about it. They will do it.
Anybody who sees the antics that Ben Johnson put on at the end of that game and does not like it, you're a fool. As a player, what we love most, I had the honor to play with Coach Riverboat Ron. Riverboat Ron got the name Riverboat because he believed in his players. Anytime you have a coach that goes out on that limb and says, listen, we're going to do this, he's basically telling the players, this is my expectations and it's up to us to always meet that standard. And it doesn't matter that the coach or he has this type of feel or whatever. It's on site. We're not used to a coach saying that. We're used to players going out there and having squabbles or having spats or having issues with the other team. Man, listen, if that's my coach, I'm going out there to run through a wall for him. I love that about Ben Johnson. He's been able to put everything that he said, and now he's backing it up. And what's the issue with that?
Do you want to add to that? I know you're a LaFleur fan, as am I.
Yeah, no, I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I'm going to be honest, and I didn't. But the thing is this, you can be that way, you got to win. And whenever it flips on you, you got to handle it like a man. You can't say nothing. When they disrespect you, you got to let the disrespect happen, and you got to move on and go try to win games. What he did in the locker room, I love. Because that's what I'm with my people. Right. That's what I'm with my guys. I don't care if you say, forget this team, forget that team, forget those people, because that's for us. If they choose to film it, they choose to film it. But it's a level of decorum that you're supposed to have at that position. And when you meet another coach in the middle of the field, no matter how you feel, because here's the thing, Cam, they can't throw hands, right? So if you disrespect me, there's nothing I can do. I gotta just accept that. You earn this job by being a certain way. And at that moment, I don't care how excited you are, I don't care how happy you are, you show respect to one of the other 31 people in the entire world who has that job. If this happened to Mike Tomlin, I'd have an issue with it. If this happened to Andy Reid, I'd have an issue with it, and you would too. Yeah. You don't, because it's Matt LaFleur.
No, I don't have an issue with it, because if I don't like you, I don't like you. I'm letting everybody know I don't like you. I'm letting the world know I don't like this guy. I'm not going to fake it. I'm not going to be the professional person. Hey, I shook your hand. Hey, great game, dog, and I'm up out of here. I'm behind Demon Ben. That's what I call Coach Ben Johnson. And keep that same energy. But you're right. If it goes the other way and now somebody else does it to you, you can't be in your feelings. Yeah. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? It don't matter. Stand on business. I appreciate that because we know exactly where he stands.
I will say, though, the Bears have been in a situation where they have been effing owned by the Packers for a long time.
Right.
It's nice to see something from the other side for a change when I'm sitting in this seat.
But the thing is this, though. When Matt LaFleur was owning them, he wasn't acting like that.
Never.
That's fair.
Never.
That's
He
fair.
never did.
I'm just saying, from my seat, I didn't hate it for that reason.
They always say, hold on, real quick.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Quick.
They always say, act like you've been there before. Well, I come from the cloth. I don't know if this is the last time I'm going to be here.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's talk more about LaFleur, because we had thought maybe this would have been his last coaching game that we would have seen from him with the Green Bay Packers, but it sounds like that narrative has changed a little bit. Adam Schefter reporting this morning that it sounds like LaFleur is now going to stay. They're trying to work out a long-term deal with him to stay with the Green Bay Packers. Is that the right call?
Yes, it is. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to hand it to the football cats here. Let me try to be as respectful as I possibly can be. John Harbaugh is a Super Bowl champion, and he's a classy guy, great coach, the whole bit. Hasn't won a Super Bowl since 2012. In 7.5 years with Lamar Jackson as your quarterback, you never got to the Super Bowl. This thing about, I'm going to let go of Matt LaFleur for John Harbaugh, to me, was utterly ridiculous when I heard the news. I said, that can't happen. So for Green Bay to be talking about working out a deal with Matt LaFleur, I think Matt LaFleur has done a good job. He's a good coach. Had some hiccups here and there. But the bottom line is, you let go of him for John Harbaugh? Why? What sense that makes? I don't understand it. So I'm glad that didn't happen.
I am 100% with that. We talked to Matt this offseason, and even Shae, the Chicago Bears fan, was like, I really like this dude.
Yeah.
But the thing that he has to also understand is, now, even if you get this extension, it's put up or shut up.
Right.
It's find a way to win a championship. Jordan Love can win a championship. The Green Bay Packers will have a defense with Micah Parsons when he returns that can win a championship. The pressure is on. You can't be owned by Chicago. You can't be owned by Detroit in the last 2 years and think that Green Bay is just going to stand pat and believe in you year after year after year without getting it done. First with Aaron Rodgers, now with Jordan Love.
I love that he's staying. Because now it puts behind the storyline of this being a real hatred rivalry.
Yeah.
You understand how many days he is counting to see or have an opportunity to play the Bears again.
Yeah.
That's right.
So Matt LaFleur, is going to trickle down from him as the head, and now all the players will understand that this is a different type of game now.
That's right.
That's the type of game you're playing. Say less.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you next year.